So guys, the crypto markets are trading sideways right now with some huge events happening this week. And right now, I've been keeping you guys updated with all that information. So make sure you go check out the rest of the channel if you're new and pretty much just stay updated with all this info and when altcoins could be getting the liquidity that they need to initiate altcoin season. But right now, I want to talk about crypto day trading. One of the biggest topics that a lot of people wonder how to get started. And there's a whole bunch of videos showing exactly how you can make thousands a day. But whenever you're first getting started, there's some very important information that you should really, be aware of. And you should also get some, basic information from someone that is also just getting started so that you can see exactly how it would properly look for you. Now, it's always great to go follow other people, which I'm going to mention a good amount of YouTube channels on this video, just so you can go follow other people and look for those specific patterns, charts, indicators, and learn more about day trading. But in today's video, I want to give you guys the ins and outs of getting started, my experience with it, and exactly what you need to be aware of if you want to start day trading. So with all that being said, let's jump into the first thing. And the first thing, guys, with crypto day trading is understanding what is leverage trading, what is spot trading. They're two different things. Leverage trading basically is just using much more money than you have initially to pretty much make crazier gains, but that also multiplies the losses that you could see. Now, at the end of the day, you're not going to be going into a huge negative. You would just potentially get liquidated if you do not set stop losses and TPs. And we're going to be talking about all that information at the end of the video. But whenever you're first getting started, you need to have a basic understanding of what leverage trading is and what spot trading is. If you already buy altcoins waiting for everything to rip up, you're already doing spot trading in some sort of hence, at the end of the day, you're waiting to make a good profit based off of holding the position, and it multiplies when liquidity moves back into the market. And we can do that with leverage trading with small amounts of money and turn it into larger amounts of money. And this is where you can play with different levels of leverage. I usually play around 20 to 30%, which I do not recommend if you are just getting started. You need to have a basic understanding of what trading is, how charts look, and also this moves into the next thing, a basic understanding of how liquidity is moving and how the charts are moving. Once you can have an understanding of the news events that are coming out, like some important events that are happening this week, then you can have an understanding of what is potentially going to have a volatile move in these assets, Ethereum, Bitcoin, which in turn are going to have a huge effect on altcoins, which are most of the coins that everyone trades. Now, you can also trade Bitcoin and Ethereum as well, but altcoins is kind of where you could potentially make more money. This is where people show the crazy gains that you could potentially get. But after you get a basic understanding, guys, of what spot trading and what leverage trading is, which I'm sure you already have, that's whenever you need to have a more in-depth understanding of how liquidity moves and how these assets are looking. Once you look at these charts a little bit more, which I keep you guys updated with all that information on this channel, you can start to trade. But this is where you need to go set up your account. I have an affiliate code down in the description. I'll also put it up on the screen right here. But you need to go set up a trading account. I have a trading account with WEEX. And this is where you could potentially start to trade different assets and make a good amount of money, or also lose money if you do not know what you're doing, which is why I recommend at the beginning just studying the charts, looking at these patterns, and also go follow a few different people. I'll have a whole bunch of people on the side right here. I just would like to watch a few different shorts, even long form videos of specific patterns, setups, indicators, and just learning more and sharpening your tools, guys, so that whenever you see a specific setup or a pattern, you can play it and potentially make a good amount of money. So once you get a basic understanding, guys, of how everything moves, what leverage trading and spot trading is, and then you open your account and then you need to fund the account. This is really basic, guys. You can pretty much just go buy some USDT on a trading platform, crypto trading platform, or an exchange. So this is going to be something like Kraken, Coinbase, and then from there you can actually send that USDT to your WEEX account, or you can even fund the account from within. It's whatever is easier for you guys. But once you fund the account, this is where I recommend to start studying the charts. Look at the charts and start making assumptions. Say, hey, I'm pretty sure based off of what I'm seeing with this setup and what I've seen previously that we're going to be deviating. And just imagine if you were to put a stop loss at a specific, not a stop loss, put in a short or a long at a specific position, and then just read the chart. From there, you're going to be able to start understanding where you're wrong and where you're right. And then from there, you need to also take note of why you're right. Why did the trade play out correctly? Take all of this down, guys, and the more you start jotting this down, the more information you're gonna obtain. Same thing when you lose. Whenever you lose, that's one of the biggest things, because you had validation, you should have had validation, and then from there it just crumbled. understand where that crumbled, and from there you won't make that mistake again over and over and over again. This is where you can progress, but you got to be willing to see and be willing to keep on moving forward rather than make the same mistakes over and over and over again. But guys, once you establish all of that, you fund your accounts, you are up to date with the news events, the price action, and then from there you can see the trends and everything that's taking place. Now it's time to actually initiate a play. But I know everybody wants to automatically jump in with 20x, 30x, 50x, 100x leverage and try to make a whole bunch of money. And I recommend throw a $5 play with 100x leverage, but make sure you put a stop loss before that to make sure you do not get wrecked. This is something that is super important. Whenever you open up a play, there is a lot of calculators where you can pretty much see exactly the stop loss percentage and also the specific amount, just dependent on the specific asset you're trading. So you can go get all that and pretty much be much more cautious rather than just going balls to the wall with it. But whenever you start making your first play, this is where you got to understand exactly what you want to start with. I recommend starting with 2 to 5x leverage, nothing too crazy. Trade an asset that you've been looking at because you should have been studying the charts over and over again. I've been trading SPX, and then from there start to make small plays. Have a basic understanding on what is, causing everything to pump up, and also read the charts. Guys, on my trading account, I've ran my account repetitively up to $500, $1,000 repetitively, and then from there pulled out the money, had some fun with it, threw back $100, and then again kept it going. I don't like having a lot of money in this trading account. I like to just keep running it up, and then from there pull out the amount of money that I want, and then from there keep playing. And this is where you can make a decent steady income from this, but you got to be willing to treat it like a real business. You got to be willing to learn exactly the price action, keep up with the news events, keep up with more patterns, trends, indicators, so that you can better understand the market and just read everything much more efficiently. And this is how you can get started, guys. Now, I want to give you guys a few different things that I do not want you guys doing whenever you first get started. Now, the first thing is play without validation. That's one of the biggest mistakes you can do, guys. Do not play without validation. I know you might see the chart just running up and you might want to put a long in, but that is one of the quickest ways to get destroyed. Same thing if you see the market's just dumping and you want to put in a short. Guys, trade with validation. 2, always set a stop loss and a take profit. I know whenever it's running quite significantly, you might get euphoric. You might see it get to 80% and you think, oh, I'm gonna get 100%, I'm gonna get 200% on this trade, and then it returns back and you pretty much just round trip all your gains. Do not do that. Set a stop loss, set a take profit, and do not be greedy, guys. Next, never walk away from an open trade. You are not that guy. Now, you might get lucky a few times, walk away from the trade, you come back, you're up 120%. Congratulations, you just did really good. But in the case that you didn't set a stop loss and you walked away from the trade, that's whenever you get the email notification telling you your account's been liquidated, which is very, very bad. You do not want to get that email. Make sure you set your stop losses, guys, and do not walk away from an open trade. Next, don't hold on to a losing trade. I know you might have validation and you think that everything is going to return, and I have rode trades all the way up to a 80 to 90% loss, and then they return and give me like a 40 to 50% gain. Do not do that. Do not do that unless you are experienced and you are willing to lose the money that you have. But if you did not learn anything from that loss, even if it goes all the way through and you get destroyed, then you're practically just willing to burn money like a stupid person. Do not be a stupid person, and make sure you do not hold on to a losing play. Lastly, guys, do not play with money that you cannot afford to lose. I know it's super easy to just fund the accounts and start making money, but I'm gonna be real with you. If you do not know what you're doing, you could lose a lot of money very, very quickly, because this is leverage trading. If you do not set your stop losses, if you aren't smart with the assets, if you're not keeping up with the proper information, or missing out on any of the things that I just recommended at the very beginning of this video, you are going to get shreked. And this is where a lot of people do not believe in day trading. People think it's a fad, it's fake, you can't do it. I have done it repetitively. Now, you have to be consistent with it. You have to keep learning. I do still make mistakes, guys. I'm not going to tell you I'm freaking perfect. Nobody is. But the more you learn about these specific trends, exactly how to keep up with the news events, what's causing liquidity to move, and which assets to trade, the better you're gonna be. And the more you do it, guys, the better you're gonna get at it, and the more money you're gonna be able to make as well. But if you're new to my channel, go ahead and check out the rest of my content. I keep you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action on Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, and overall everything you need to be aware of. And then also fun videos like this on how to get started with day trading. I got started with day trading, guys, like I think 3 to 4 months ago, and it's been off and on because I still work a 9 to 5. I'm still shooting this YouTube videos for this YouTube channel. I'm doing a lot of different stuff. I got my doggo. There's a lot of different things that I'm doing, but I still day trade every once in a while. Like I said, today I made like $100. Account was sitting at around 209. At the beginning of the day, I was sitting at around 113 or something like that. So we made a good amount of money today. But the more time I have in a day, more money I can make, which is why I want to go full time into this. And I want to make videos like this to keep it real with y'all and show you what's possible. But this is where you got to be willing to start, guys. Jump into it. I have that affiliate code, so if you do want to get started, go jump on that affiliate code and support the channel. But other than that, drop me a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of my content. Let me know what you guys think of my perspective around day trading. Let me know if you've done day trading and you think it's a facade. If you think it's real, you just made your mistakes before, and exactly anything that you think anyone would take of value. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, also drop them down below and I will get to all of them. Other than that, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.